Hello everyone, good morning. Good morning. So, okay, just double checking. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, I started this later than I usually do, and I've been starting it late. Oh boy. But at least I didn't miss it. Hello, O-Town. Hola, Ives. Koyman says happy Halloween. Yes, happy Halloween, everyone. October 31st here. Still morning time for like another couple minutes, then it'll be afternoon for me. So morning, Rachel. Good morning, Mary NG. DeFi says hi, happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Spartans, congrats on top 5. Thank you. Yeah, well, you called it this time, Spartans, but like I said, the only way I was gonna get top 5 is if I borrowed a second silica stand, which that probably would have been enough. Here's how the leaderboard looks like. You can see Pyramid did like double my rate, which is super impressive because I was doing at least 1235 per hour. This should have done 1250 per hour. I don't know what happened here, but I'm not going to question that. I don't really care about that too much because I already have. Look at the gaps between 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. It's big gaps. Like I overdid it. I could have probably made 1,100 per hour and still would have been okay, maybe somewhere around there. So I for sure needed to borrow the silica stand, and I think 2 crystal sanctums. Maybe just one would have done it. Maybe 1 crystal sanctum in the sandcastle would have done it, but 2 crystal sanctums definitely. The third one did not make a difference to my ranking, but you know, it was still nice to have the highest rate I possibly could have. And yeah, I didn't make any changes to this. It's working as I had it on Tuesday. Music's a little janky. It might be because I messed with the audio because I was trying to do the Miranda stream yesterday. So I changed the audio around. I did see the comment you put on Discord, by the way. Watcher said thanks for the Miranda's video. It was helpful even though it probably didn't go as planned. Yeah, it did not go as planned. I was planning to play Miranda's for the full 2 hours yesterday, but I was having so much issues getting it to load. I haven't tried right now. I said I might have tried it before the competition ended here. I've been working on the planner still, and I didn't really even get much sleep today. Like I could barely sleep. I think I only slept a few hours, so I'm like kind of like tired, more tired than usual right now. I don't really feel sleepy, I just feel tired right now. But yeah, New Era says happy Halloween 28. Hello. Nodori stress bouncing between 213 and 219. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in the last minute. Girl Gamer, hello. Happy Halloween. And congratulations, Dub. Thank you. Yeah, DeFi says Waperman way out in the front. Congrats on 5th. Thanks. Yeah, we kind of expected that. And did it end yet? Oh, it's doing that. Okay. Well, I don't want to say too much, but it kind of does make sense. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but his stars, the amount of stars he has, it makes sense. I have an idea of which NFTs he's using. Okay, well, he's using like 2 sets of mineral sands. That's my assumption. Okay, he has to be. I guess that's fine to say. I don't know that for sure, but like, it kind of has to be. Wilson, congrats on top 5th. Thank you. This will be my 3rd time getting 5th place as well. New Era says Miranda's made my PC crash, and I have a top tier PC, so I gave up. So, the thing with Miranda's, it is laggy, but I can play it if I'm not streaming. Yesterday I had so much issue. The issue was that I was trying to play it and stream it at the same time, and for some reason my computer couldn't handle it that time when I did it before. I hadn't restarted my computer in like a week, but I just restarted it this morning. Well, I turned it off last night and I turned it on this morning. So maybe it'll run better now. I don't know. But like I feel I was like too tired to play Miranda's right now. I'm not gonna play Miranda's right now. Maybe later tonight. But I don't think I'll stream it. We'll see. But I definitely will. My intention is to still play it and like kill 1 or 2 goblins and qualify for the skin. I think it'll be so easy to get the skin because I don't feel like that many people will actually go and go through all that. I tried to share some advice in the Miranda stream yesterday. It will probably take you a few hours to get to the point to kill like a goblin or 2, but you know, some people don't want to bother with that, or some people can't even run the game like New Era said. Right. Huey says hello 47 for me. Okay, that's good. That sounds good. Yeah, LV Postman was right. Gratstub told you 5th place. Yep, you were right. Didn't want to celebrate too early, but I also had well, I predicted it, right? That was my prediction. That's what I said on Tuesday, right? On Tuesday I said I'll get 5th place. That's my prediction. I was right. Because of the NFTs I borrowed, of course. What dragon giveaway? Why would I give away my 2nd dragon? I did think about doing that, but like, you know, in the current market, I just cannot do that. I cannot give away a dragon. The 2nd dragon is very helpful in certain competitions, like this one, right? And obviously, I think I will use the 2 dragons during the jet fuel competition. I'll be constantly busy selling jet fuel. Wajir says, how long do we have to kill the goblins? I think you have to loot Chaotic Trace. And as long as you're top 250 in the Miranda's leaderboard, I think it is, or top 225 or something, then you'll qualify for the skin. I know you got to be top 150 to get Gala. Nondori says currently 151 people on the Miranda's leaderboard. Yeah, so you pretty much just need to kill a goblin until you get Chaotic Trace. I don't know if it's 100% drop rate. It would be a little bit easier if there's multiple people killing them, and then you can just focus on one. Wrong button. Oh yeah, well, Paramin was using 3 sets of mineral stands. He actually confirmed that, which, of course, very impressive. Makes sense. Because like that's the only way you'll get a rate that high. So yeah, that's really cool. I can imagine the full town is full passive, silica, chromium, limestone, no mines, just a ton of glass factories, art and decor shop, no tree farms. Why would you need tree farms if you have all full passive materials, right? Other than the oak tree farms, you know, the few legendary oak tree farms, and like maybe 3 mistletoes or something, but yeah, you get the idea. Very cool. I'm gonna go to daily challenge because I haven't done it yet. Oaken Shield, good morning. New Era, the skin is the chemical engineer skin. Oh, sorry, the rare zombie chemical engineer skin. It will increase the movement speed of the chemical engineers by 10%. And that's it. It's like not really that helpful. I don't really want to show you guys an idea. Like I tested, you know, the Townstar Playbook Planner, you can simulate effects and stuff. So if I apply the chemical engineer skin, it only increases my rate by like 0.5% because I already have a bunch of movement speed NFTs, so it really doesn't help. I think Ives said if he applies it on his design, it improved the rate by 3%, but I don't know how much movement speed stuff he has. Probably not as much as me, right? Because I have all the legendary rose bushes and the graveyards and stuff, so I already have a lot of movement speed buffs. It's diminishing returns. So yeah, the skin's really not going to be helpful for me. I just want to get it just to get it. Seems pretty easy. Also says top 148th here. Thanks, Stuff, for NFT Guild. Yeah, no problem. New Era says, good job, Wilson. I've been waiting to buy a dragon, but I feel the tavern is more important. I think the tavern is more important. Yeah, the giveaways I'm running, the winners will be picked in like 5 to 20 minutes or so. It's different giveaways. Like I said, mostly small stuff right now that I have to spare. But yeah, those are set up. We got about like 60 people that submitted an entry, I guess. Like all you have to do is click a button. Hold on, let me bring it up here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Discord anyways, so might as well. Okay, let him bring it up. Did it? Okay, that works. Giveaway channel here. All you gotta do is click this little gift icon, and it automatically tell me the winners in a few minutes. That's it. And we'll take a look at the announcements for the jet fuel meta in a bit. Nodori says if you ever get one hits, you get a portion of chaotic. What? If you ever get one hit, you get a portion of the chaotic based on how much damage you did. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. So like if you hit a goblin one time and somebody else killed it, you still get some of the chaotic trace, and that might be enough to still qualify, you know, for the leaderboards. That could be true. I mean, that probably is true, right? Did I mess up my shortcuts here? Yeah, I think I did mess them up. They're not working. Oh no, I know why they're not working. Yeah, I know why. So I restarted my computer and I didn't turn something on. Okay. Let me place down my nourish pens for now so I can get some wool. V Postman says, I may have the best trick-or-treat rate. What was it? What's the highest trick-or-treat bag rate anyone could have? LV Postman, let me know. Wonder what the highest jack-o'-lantern rate was also. And actually, not having the shortcuts on my mouse is kind of annoying. Let me see if I can get that up. Iva says it's a 0.5% boost for me too. I was talking about how long I'm going to spend trying to tweak to maybe get 3% more for Jeff. Oh, okay. All right. 558 trick-or-treat bags. Well, what does that compare to mirrors? Is that like 1,000 mirrors? Do you know what the comparison is to the mirror rate of V Postman? I don't really want to do the math in my head. Wajir says I only made like 140 lanterns. What the heck? Oh, okay. Well, that's only a little bit more than the build I shared. Which I'm sure somebody did that with like no NFCs required as well. Wajir also said I didn't optimize my build properly. Probably could have gotten to 150. Okay, yeah. Oh, Dawson says I think Planet Bob would have been up there, but hopefully he's okay. Okay, I did not know that he was doing that build. Yeah, I wasn't sure what build he was doing. But yeah, hopefully he's alright. Wait, are my shortcuts working now? Yeah, they are. Okay. Alright, I'll place all the NFCs in a bit. Let me look at the announcements first. Also, I predicted this competition would happen. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this a week ago, right? I might not have mentioned it on Tuesday because I'm like, well, they're gonna need to wait because they need to send out the reward and then we'll get the competition for this. But no, that is actually happening next week. They call it the High Octane Competition. Jet Fuel meta, if any of you have been playing long enough, you have already done this meta. And if you have not done this meta, you are not as veteran of a player as some of us, apparently. But yeah, I have done the Jet Fuel competition back in 2022. May Mayhem 2022. I don't remember how I did, but I did do it. I do remember at the time somebody was like sharing the build and almost everybody was using the same build. I don't think I used that same build. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Actually, I think I can. I think I can search up a picture of the build that I used. Not sure if that would help anyone, because it's a different biome, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, setting that aside, jet fuel is star boosted. Petroleum is cash boosted, so you can just sell a bunch of petroleum for cash. I mean, you're gonna make that anyways, right? Forest biome with one river. River's on the south side. There's the ugly picture. There's much better looking pictures on the planner. And I show that without spoiling my my design. I wouldn't want to spoil my design. This design, it's kind of so... It's predictable, because like, what else are you gonna do? You just have refineries everywhere. I mean, if you got the diamond water pump, then you need less water pumps, but like, almost... People's designs are gonna be very similar, and you can't really help it. Alright, now, scratch that. I'm not gonna pull up the design. I'm not going to. But we do have the oil seep. Oil seep is closer to the forest on the west side. Most people are going to keep the oil seep. I'm going to keep the oil seep because obviously you want passive crude oil to make the petroleum for other jet fuel. That's it. It's the whole town's going to be full of refineries. In the end, you really shouldn't have any tree farms. I mean, yeah, it's... Do people even need help with this one? Like, oh, apparently they did back in May Mayhem of 2022, but yeah, this one would be very easy in my opinion. But like, who said it? Actually, I don't know if Iva said it or somebody else said it, but everybody will have a similar rate because there's not that many NFTs that can help you out on this one. Obviously, Diamond Water Pump, Diamond Charge Station are massive. Space Savers, they are the main ones to have. All the top players for this upcoming competition will have those. They already have those. But if you don't have those two, then it's kind of a gap between who has more passive crude oil, I suppose, right? You are going to want passive crude oil NFCs if you're aiming for higher rates, obviously. And everybody with no NFTs, I assume, will have very similar rates. But then again, it just depends how efficient it is. Yeah, some people come up with the really good stuff. Yeah, refineries and power plants, that's true. Power plants for the passive energy. Iva says, I think the debate is trying to make things passive or make them gather everything. In my opinion, I'd always go for passive. I don't like the idea of manually gathering materials, like... So, what, you're gonna manually make water drums and then the refineries have to pick up the water drums? I think that just slows them down. I guess it's worth a try, but like, me, I probably wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't bother. The Jackal says, last time jet fuel just crazy. And there's no cash boosted. Yeah, last time I don't think jet fuel was cash boosted. We had to make something on the side because I remember selling wool on the side for cash just to keep it neutral. 1.47. Well, LV Postman said 1.47. On what? What did I miss? Yeah, Luvena, hello. Hi, Dub and all. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you, Luvena. Minecraft says, got top 900 before I got like 150. Oh yeah, back then? Well, yeah, during May Mayhem 2022, the prices were huge. I don't think, well... No, because like the only NFT I had back then was maybe the rare water tower and like maybe a rare wheat stand. Yeah, I don't remember what I got, but it for sure wasn't more than 150 bucks. Maybe I did get 150 bucks in that competition, but it wasn't more than that. Yeah, Grassmere, good afternoon. DeFi says it could make sense to pick up some items for petroleum to avoid pumps and ponds and crude oil spots. It could. Yeah. Well, somebody will figure it out. It's just not something I would do, but somebody will figure it out. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to this meta. Like, if you don't know how to make jet fuel, it's really not that hard. Everybody knows how to make gasoline, so you got to know how to make jet fuel. It's the same thing. It's almost the same thing. I'll talk about the new NFTs though. Legendary fuel storage. This is an NFT people have asked for since it feels like 2022, and they're finally releasing it. But now nobody really cares about it. Now I will say the fundamental storage is still better because it stores gasoline, but people who use the fundamental storage usually don't want it to store gasoline, which is a problem. They use it because they want it to store wood or lumber and stuff, not necessarily gasoline. But some people do use it just to store gasoline. I understand that. But anyways, we have the dedicated fuel storage now. I don't think it had to be legendary. 180 bucks is super overpriced. I don't expect anyone to get this. How much does it store? Does it store 100 or 150? It says it holds double the capacity of the in-game version. Oh, okay, so it stores 80 instead of 40. That's worse than I thought, actually. I thought it would store 100 or even 150 at the very least, so that's kind of stupid that it only stores at 80. But okay. It's a 3x3 in size, which is also stupid. That's like the worst size you could have. They could have at the very least made it a 2x2. And even then, I still don't think it would be worth the price. If it was like a 2x2 fuel storage that stored 150 and it was like 100 bucks, I still wouldn't get it. But at that point, it's at least twice as good than this. So yeah, I think this is pretty terrible. But at least now we can say there's a fuel storage. So Nibble a bit will start bringing that up. I'm just messing with you, Nibble a bit. New Era says, what would be a number for top 225? Probably 1,000. I wonder how much jet fuel I made in that 2022 competition. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture in a moment. The other NFT they're gonna sell is the Wolf Waterboy skin. About $110. It says that it boosts all water facility craft speed by 15%. That really doesn't sound that helpful. Then again, I always use passive water drums. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. So my name is Jeff says, does it still cast dirty? So the fuel storage, it does not cast any dirty or shade, and it does not require a road. That was confirmed by Ginobili. Thanks for asking that. I forgot to mention that because it doesn't say it here. Yeah, no dirty, no road on the fuel storage. I still don't think it's worth it though. But you know, at the very least, they thought of that. Wilson says 80 times 4 equals 240 unit of storage, or just 80? No, I believe it's just 80. It's just saying that it can store petroleum, crude oil, gasoline, and jet fuel. It's not saying it can store 80 of each. I mean, it says storing up to 80 units of each. I think that's just bad wording. I really don't think it can store 320 things. Oh, well, you know how Gala is with their terrible wording, but like, if you ask me, it can only store 80 items. That's the way I am interpreting it right here with my like maybe 3 hours of sleep. So yeah, those are two NFTs that are going on sale. I don't think either one is that good. Actually, I don't think either one is good at all. It's like terrible. Like why would you even think about getting this? They just sold you graveyards. Also those graveyards, Well, I heard this from Nibble a bit because he was complaining about it, but apparently they're not on sale anymore. The sale was going to end today. Whether that meant at the start of the day, at the end of the day, you know, you could argue which one's correct, which one's wrong. Either way, I don't really care. It was going to end today anyways. They gave you a heads up. How many of them sold? I'm going to check in a moment. I think it was like 450 of them sold. Yeah, I'll check that in a moment. Monthly NFT storage is clay lump storage. That's all right. That some people might actually use that one. It's okay. And Ginobili's post right here is just talking about the Mirandus events. And if you win, you get the zombie chemical engineer skin. Yeah, it's like we talked about. Roger says, while several people won the feed bot, I wanted one. Yeah, I have 5 of those to give away and I never use them. Oh yeah, let me look at that. Yeah, let me go ahead and look at that one. The Jackal says, with those grid placements, it's going to be different compared to previous jet fuel competition. That is true, the Jackal. Some people will use the subgrid placements. They'll have 1.5 passive crude oil. And yeah, they'll make that work. Sure, they'll make it work. Let me show Discord again. So giveaways real quick. I'll put a post here soon, but you know, the people that won, send me a direct message and send me your Gala chain address. And I'll probably send those today or during the weekend, I guess. Just depends on when you message me. So let me see here. DPS won the Hasty Beekeeper Epic. Omid won the Gala Master Rare. Julf won the Thrifty Cakery Epic. Bosa won the Crafty Arts and Decor Rare. Those were like small things. I think there's another one. Oh yeah, it hasn't edited yet. So I have 2 full sets of the military badges. So one's going to Hinata, the other one's going to Proxima from Gem. And the 5 feed bots, About to Rage, PB2 won one of them. Jim Morse Coast, yeah, Other Dab, Vandrith. Okay, cool. Which one's still going? Oh, the box ones and the 2 platinum skins. Okay, well, we'll see if I get back to these or not. You know, congratulations to the people who won. I wanted to check. Let me double check something. How many people bought the graveyard skins? Anybody here get any legendaries? I think maybe at least 2 people did. See if I can find it. When they win a giveaway. Well, these were small, so hopefully the day you win it, it'll be something major. Ivis says, I don't think many more of those boxes will sell now at full price. Yeah, I don't think so. Dave says, these are NFTs that usually only give people who buy on the secondary market like me would go for. Doubt the top players will buy them. Oh, yeah. Man, I can't find it. Well, people stopped buying those Halloween boxes since like last night, I can tell you that. Why don't I just search it up? Because I'm too sleepy. Or too tired. Okay, I think... Oh yeah, I was pretty much right, my number earlier. 450... or around there, 450 of those graveyard boxes sold. So that means that there will be at most 150 people with a full set of 3 that will have one. It's possible some people only bought 1 and they're just gonna use 1, sure. But for sure, at least 450 out there. That number could be a little higher depending on how they do the whole, like, some founders get some NFTs supposedly, which apparently everybody that I ask says that's not true. But yeah, at least 450 graveyards out there. I will say I did predict that their price on the NFT Harbor will go up after the sale ends. We'll see if that's the case. I know if the Gala token goes down, then obviously that's void, but is it any higher yet? Check. Yeah, it probably is. I see you, Sandula. I saw you sold a common graveyard. Now you probably did take my advice and waited, because yes, they are going up. And yeah, we talked about this. Yeah. I mean, you were right, Sandula. The price of these. Yeah. People were selling the common and uncommon graveyards too cheap. They were dumping them. Now I do expect the price to go a little bit higher once people realize that, oh damn, people aren't buying them for cheap anymore. And now nobody's selling them on NFT Harbor because the people who bought them are keeping it for themselves. Except for that, well, sure, except for the flipper that bought a bunch of graveyards that knew that this was gonna happen, and now they're probably gonna sell them for profit. Or maybe they just have multiple accounts, okay? So we'll see. That's always been my price, yeah. Okay. Alright, let me... Oh yeah, the whole NFT swap thing after this competition ended. Oh boy, that's gonna be, that's gonna take a while. But alright. Yeah, thanks people for sending my NFTs back. As in the ones who borrowed it. Let me respond to this. I usually will not check my friend requests. I have, it says like 260 or 250 friend requests, I think. And I usually won't add people as friends anymore for security reasons. Because what's happened in the past is somebody will add me. Well, they'll send me a friend request, and if I add them and I have no idea who they are, then they will change their username and impersonate me or impersonate someone and then attempt to scam someone else. So for security reasons, I don't randomly just accept everyone's friend requests. I usually don't unless I have a good reason to. Sandula says if I'm comparing them to bushes, which one epic is like 25 to 30 bucks for 1% speed, a common should be way more realistically. Yeah, you're right. I mean, like I was saying, these graveyards are going to devalue the rose bushes, but they're obviously more powerful and hence should be more worthwhile than the rose bushes. Alright, let's actually place everything down here. Don't need... Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. I need some space for the crane bots. Hopefully the people who won the feed bots will use them more than I have the past 2 years at least. Yeah, ever since they came out with the Pilgrim Turkey statue, the feed bots have been not that useful, I'll say. I've had this conversation before, but if they had the Pilgrim Turkey statue double the amount of workers from the feed bots would still be useful because they don't cast shade and they just focus on the mills. Obviously, I usually have full passive feed anyways, but every once in a while I would still use them if they had double the workers. Okay, thank you for confirming that, Milena, and hello. Yeah, so as far as the jet fuel meta goes, well, should I make a build showcase? I think it would be really easy. Other people will make a build showcase. I'm sure of that. I'm sure Beastie will make one. This one's like really easy. Like I finished my personal build. Like, you know, I practiced in the planner. It only took me. It feels like an hour. Maybe it took me 2 hours, but I finished the design very, very quickly. It was so easy. There's not so much to think about. At least for me. Just refineries, water drums. I have a lot of passive energy because of the diamond charge station. It felt so easy for me. Even for no NFT required, it wouldn't be that hard. Well, I still gotta look for that picture of the build that I did on that one jet fuel competition if I can find it. But yeah, I don't think it would be that hard. But like, I mean, should I? What would any of you out there think that you think it would be a good idea for me to do a build showcase for jet fuel? Technically, I have time to do it this weekend, of course. I have time most of the weekends. But like I said before, if I can keep on working on the planner for like the month of November, I could probably have it ready for the public by December. There's a couple of things that probably won't be like accessible to everyone. It'll still be, you know, there will be kind of like a free version and a full access version. That's still stuff I'm considering. I've talked about this before. I said I would make a guide video for the planner. What I'm actually doing is making an actual tutorial that will just explain it on there. If you even care to read it, it's completely optional. Can't imagine people would need help using the tutorial or the planner, I mean, but yeah, I mean, people have some people using the planner and they don't realize some of the features until like a month in. No, but that's fine. I mean, there's a lot, so I mean that kind of makes sense. Can't really. I just thought of something that's not explained in that tutorial that I'm working on that I probably should explain. Well, hopefully I don't forget now. Rachel says, yeah, it would be good for the channel. Hopefully not too time consuming. Yeah, it wouldn't. Refinery, the jet fuel meta would be one of the easiest ones. Kind of like milk. Spartan says, no black smoke from refineries. Ginobili confirmed. Thanks to O-Town for raising that issue. I did see O-Town mention that. Actually, I think I saw you say something about that too. So she responded with a GIF, right? Or did she actually say like there absolutely won't be any? Because you're saying it's confirmed and like could be. Look, I'll search that up. Let me search it up now before I forget. Let me see. No, but I hope that's true though, because it will reduce the lag. Oh no, she did confirm it. My bad. Yeah, she did. I actually missed this message right here. Let's see. Yeah, Old Town's the one that brought it up. Can you eliminate all the black smoke from the refineries just out of the blue flame? Which obviously is a good idea. Whether it reduces, I mean, whether it like helps with the frames per second, it should. I'm not exactly sure, but it should. But yeah, Ginobili said yep. So that should be gone at the very least for the next competition. Reduces lags, improves. Oh yeah, the visibility. That was the main thing. You can barely see anything with all that black smoke. Good point. Oh, the alchemy stand things. DeFi says glad Otan brought that up. Hope it's a permanent change. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if it's permanent. I mean, so who really cares about the black smoke, right? So, I mean, it's like the atmosphere, I guess, but just kind of obstruct the view. I mean, like, do you really care about the smoke from the burning tires or whatever the hell's going on here? Or maybe it's just the exhaust. No, the exhaust is in the back. Oh no, wait, the smoke, am I wrong? Is the smoke not because somebody's getting high, like a hotbox car, or what? Am I, do I not know what I'm talking about here? What's going on with the smoke from the silent ride? Somebody explain it to me. Is that not what's going on there? Because that was like, you know, when they introduced that Snoop Dogg was like collaborating with Gala Music, and around that time is when the Stylin' Rides came out, right? They were part of the Stash Box or something. Or maybe they weren't part of the Stash Box, but they came around at the same time. Or am I wrong? Is this like not related? That Snoop getting high? Yeah, I don't remember if they're related, but yeah, I don't remember. I really don't remember the when those came out. But it was a long time ago. Grasmere says, I have a design using 80 refineries. Is this enough, or should I redesign it and try to get more? I wonder how many mine has. I mean, it sounds like... are you only using the oil seep? If you're only using the oil seep, it sounds like that's fine. But if you're using more passive crude oil NFTs, then you definitely would need to have more. I'm pretty sure I have more than that. DeFi says, no idea, Stylin' smoke is a bit weird. But, well, it's clearly coming out of the windows. I mean, it's not coming out of anywhere else. The smoke is coming out of the windows, yeah, like Ives says. Yeah. No, but, like, my point was, like, what? Doesn't that obstruct your visibility as well? But, whatever. What else do I need? Water towers, water fountains, brain stands. Alright. It's somebody getting high in there. That's what it's gotta be. That one's in cooldown? Oh yeah, it just got sent back to me. That's right. Well, what I can tell you is that my personal build will have at least 140 refineries. No, but I actually might not need like 10 of those. So I'll say it will have at least 130 refineries, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, it'll be a lot of refineries. So if you're only using the oil seep, I would imagine 80 refineries is good, but like I don't know what your situation was, Grasmere. I feel like I can barely talk right now. Not enough sleep. Probably take a nap in a bit. The snake tower and the arts and deco shops, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I have a lot of stuff that was lent out or in the guild library. But yeah, that number looks right. That's fine. Alright, daily challenge done. Let me find that picture of my very old build. It's probably not gonna help anyone. Besides, I'm pretty sure other people have posted their old jet fuel pictures by now, or designs. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. And I'm trying to remember, how did I find it? Okay, I have an idea. No, I was wrong. I either don't have it or I can't find it anymore. Oh well. Okay, I'm just gonna let me show you the starting biome on the planner. Yeah, I'll get out of here. Is that it? Let me resize it. I'll leave it like that. Yeah, shout out to the people who always make the starting biomes and share it with people. Okay, so it should be this. Yeah, oil seep right there. River south. So I'm not gonna come out with like a whole design here, but like what I did with the jack-o'-lantern competition, I messed with it a little on stream. I kind of just want the oil steeper anyways. But when you're working on this, the main thing is that you want as much passive crude oil as you can possibly get for the refineries. And although I usually do not do like subgrid build showcases, I might even make an exception for this one, if it makes sense. And I am kind of doing something similar to this on my own personal build, I can tell you that much, but other people are going to do the same thing. So if you want to have a competitive enough build, you're going to want to do something like this. So instead of this situation where you have 5 refineries, you can have 6, right? Of course, you're going to need roads for them. And you could also have some more here. We could figure out the roads later. I can't even remember exactly how I did it on mine. But you also do want to figure out a way where you have the passive energy for them. And then, of course, passive water drum. Each one needs 2 passive energy. So like, and you're still going to need the water drum for the power plant anyways. The water pump, I should say. Yeah. So that's right there's, yeah. And then let's see, could you do this? It's 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can't do that, but you could probably do... It'd be really weird, but you could have that. That way you possibly have some space to work with here. We'll see. I'm just gonna mess with this a little bit. This will make sure these have a water... Well... It's kind of awkward though, but... Yeah, I really shouldn't overthink this. You're not gonna get the perfect design here in this little 5-minute preview of my idea for this. Just the initial idea. Sure, somebody will come up with something better. Oh, why'd I do that? I know some of those spots have passive crude oil too. So these little spots should have everything needed for the petroleum. Alright. Crude oil. So then you could have more refineries here. You'd have a water pump over there. Water pump over here. And then there's something you could do over here. But let's see if I can figure out what that would be. That should have 1 water drum. Yeah, it does, because it's getting half a water drum from each one of these. Now the energy, figured that out in a bit, but... These could have 2 roads here. Now this has to have a road. So that should also have the water drum. Yes, it does. Okay. That's something. So these should all have, except for these 2, but almost all should have passive water drum. So these 2, it'll be really weird. Because that conversation comes up where, do you really want passive water drum for these? I think you do, and I'm sure you'll figure out a way. You're gonna need refineries for the jet fuel anyways, and those need water drums. So you probably will, you can figure out some way to have a water pump like here and another water pump here. and that'll give you the passive water drum for these 2 refineries. With these, you would want to have like something like that, like this. Now, the thing with the 1 passive crude oil, you actually do want to use those if possible. You want to have more refineries there because you are going to want to craft some crude oil. So yeah, you are probably going to want to accomplish something like that. Well, yeah, that's kind of more what I was thinking. Damn. Oh no, these do have the passive water drum. You want the water pump here, and then something like that. I know I still have to figure out the passive energy situation here. Yeah, these 2, not exactly sure. I'll come back to that. But the crude oil, yeah, and water drum, yes, except for these 2. And now I gotta figure out energy. They need what was it, 2 passive energy? Yeah, 2 passive energy. Grasmere says, is the ratio of jet fuel and petroleum similar? I mean, just like judging by craft times, it's jet fuel takes longer to craft and more materials. Let me put ignore effects on. So the ratios. No, you should need more refineries making jet fuel. Okay, but once again, so yeah, some people will build nukes here because yes, it is more convenient, especially for like the oil seep location. But as you can see, this assumes that we'll have 1 power plant here in the middle that will power most of these on the sides. The setup is a little awkward, but I'm pretty sure you want more energy for the jet fuel anyway, so it doesn't, or it shouldn't matter. What about I have a power plant here? What about here? Nope. That would work. I'm just not sure if that would be a good idea. Okay, that looks fine to me. I mean, I'm not gonna overthink it too much. Let's assume that you'd probably have like water pumps here for some reason. Which means you'd have a pond here and here. And these, obviously, you're gonna want paved road somehow, some way. Maybe these will be clean roads, right? Pretty much got the same thing going on each side. I'll get rid of the rest of this stuff. I probably should have already done that. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, all those refineries making petroleum should have everything passive right here. Some of these only have 1 passive crude oil, but you get the idea. Let me just do... Oh, yeah, so your fuel storages, for people who are only going to be using the oil seep, you want the fuel storages as close, and you want multiple fuel storages, so you want the fuel storages like this. Otherwise, you would preferably want the fuel storages close to wherever most of the refineries making jet fuel are going to be. But you're going to have plenty of space for refineries making jet fuel. You're not going to have that much space for full passive crude oil. And you want the ones with full passive crude oil making petroleum, you want them to drop off as fast as possible. That's why you want a bunch of fuel storages. You're also going to want a freight pier so you can sell 100 items at a time, because you will be selling a lot of jet fuel. So these fuel sources are like super close to each other, but yeah, that's probably something you would want. Let me put the road first, so it sets the right door position. Okay, well, I kind of wanted it right here, and I guess that could still happen, but whatever, I'll just do that. That should make petroleum. Okay, there you go, 2400 petroleum. That's 3 petroleum per jet fuel. 3 petroleum per jet fuel. At this point, you just want to add refineries making jet fuel. You know, you just need to have passive energy for them. And water drums. So I don't want to spend too much time planning that part out. But let's see what I can do here. Yeah, you definitely need more power plants. So let's just do... It kind of sucks over here because there's no... Oh, there's no water pump there. I can't really have water pumps on that side. I guess I can understand why some people want to make water drums. Let's do this and see how this works, or how it looks like. First of all, you kind of have to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what if we have it like that? Nah, I don't think it's any better. It says, I think the ratio ends up close since you need 3 petroleum. Yeah. You have a lot of empty space, I think, if you don't have any more refineries outside the sea. I mean, like, so you still improve the petroleum rate a little bit more beyond what it showed right here, because I can add a forklift and crude oil pumps, you know. So I don't know how much that would improve it. I'm not gonna place down all these refineries for jet fuel because like you can get the idea from here. It's just what you would do. 2 1 2 1 1. So those 2. That would be kind of annoying. Well, no, actually I could just do this. Don't really know if that's worth it, but. What am I missing here? Oh. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty terrible. What about this? Oh, okay, sure. No, that looks fine. There you go, that's 233 jet fuels. That was just 7 refineries making jet fuel. Yeah, so there will be a lot of refineries making jet fuel, but that's what you have the space for. Now, this is a good idea already. The only other thing I'm gonna do now is the forklift thing. Yeah, it says my ratio ended up at 55 petroleum, 41 jet fuel, but my first time planner says 1.1k jet fuel. Okay. So... yeah, I guess over here I'm not gonna have space for the water pumps and stuff. But we could do a refinery, I mean a forklift on each side like that. Assume the roads go like this. And oil, you probably don't. Okay, depending on how many pumps, maybe you'll need 2 forklifts. Otherwise, maybe only just 1 forklift. They do have a high craft time to 3 minutes. So yeah, you probably would be fine with just 1 forklift. But let's assume something like this. It was 200 crude oil. Yeah, it went up from, I think from 2400 jet fuel to 2600 jet fuel. Oh, that makes sense, it's 200. So can I still add more and it'll go up higher? Yeah, it does. Add more? Wow, it still does. Oh, hold on, how much higher can it go? Crude oil is terrible. $2,800? See, I was thinking right here, you could have... Hold on. Oh, but these wouldn't have... Okay. That's kind of annoying. Actually, that is pretty annoying. Can't really do much there. Have one there. It's almost not worth it. You have all this other space for refineries making jet fuel. So let me just stick with this again. Fix some of the door positioning. Okay, let me just do this. I've spent enough time even coming up with like half the design, which I think it's fine already. Okay, clearly it hit its limit there. Oh, what's my goal here? Let's do 900. Well, let's do 1,000. It might even be able to do 1,000 if I was like smart enough to figure out how to add more refineries making petroleum. Oh yeah, because it's not all passive, right? Okay, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh yeah, and the positioning. You would want the refineries facing the fuel storages, and you would want the fuel storages facing the refineries, obviously. Yeah, that improved it. Okay. You know what? This is so easy that I could just copy and paste stuff and be done with it. Like, I mean, just do this. Actually, I already have the road there. Do this. Alright, you know, let's not think about it too much. Let's literally just do a copy paste here. Oops. Actually, I could have just moved it. How much did that actually help? Wow, it barely did anything. Okay. I mean, it's fun to work on, but at this point I'm kind of speedrunning this little part here. I'm accidentally giving some people like a full idea here. They just have to tweak it and make it work. So that's awesome. Yeah, it requires a lot of refineries making jet fuel here. So those should have 2 passive water. Oh, this one doesn't. Okay. Okay, well, I guess for some of these you might have to make a... Yeah, because I don't have the 2 water pumps over there. So either ignore that one or don't make... Either ignore this one or make a water drums. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that could be good. Wait a minute. Oh, 2 energy? I'm placing the wrong building. Two passive energy. Yeah. Patterson, hello. Welcome. I'm just messing around with a potential jet fuel idea right here on the stream. I was only going to spend a few minutes on this, but it is kind of captivating and pretty easy to do this one. It's not the best positioning of the water pump things here. Also, I might not need this one. Let me see. Yeah, I don't need that one. This. No, I can't because I'm not gonna have the passive water drum right here. Unless, once again, I make some water drums somewhere. Then you're gonna need the warehouse. And I'll try not to do that, so let me get rid of that part. What if I have the power plant here? That could work, it just doesn't work that great. I could just have a power plant here. That way these have the passive energy that they need. And I just had to do this. And then the 2 passive water drum situation right here. I can just put pumps on each side. Yeah, and then these have 2 passive water drum. Now don't ask me where you're gonna get the wood to build all this. You're already gonna have to have a plan for that ahead of time. But how does this look like? Well, it definitely uses all the petroleum here. So now at this point, what happens if I add another refinery that makes crude oil? What if I added right here? I don't think the rate budged. No, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna stop here. So here is an idea that you can work off of. using subgrid. I usually don't use subgrid for these. Don't forget gas setup. You meant the trade depot? Well, the freight pier, I mean. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, you're right. Just have a freight pier here. If I'm not mistaken, one freight pier should be enough for this. It's 1 minute trade times, 100 per sale. You should be able to sell 1,000 jet fuel or so. Yeah, one freight pier will handle it. So yeah, you do want the freight pier there. Thanks for the reminder to tweets. I wasn't getting a pub. Yeah, you're right. That wouldn't. Well, I could have had the road here, and I could have had the refinery here, and then it would have had the pump, so that would have worked. But yeah, I'm blocking some of it. But yeah, this over here is just oil pumps. These two wouldn't have full passive energy for the refinery making jet fuel, so that would be a little bit of a problem. I suppose you could have two refineries making petroleum there. They would have to walk a very large distance to get the crude oil. Oh, the gasoline is sell. Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, just switch one of these out. But yeah, thanks for mentioning that. So let me just... So it's 6 passive energy. Which one of these spots has 6 passive energy? These spots do. Just trying to make it kind of symmetrical here, but it doesn't really matter which one. It's this one. Have this one make gas. So it'll take some of the petroleum to make gasoline. Probably, since you don't need that much gasoline, you would want one that's farther away. So this will waste 65 petroleum. That is... Yeah, I am Dragon Brain, especially right now. Picking the wrong button. Oh, these have 6 energy. These that are super far away. Yeah, that'd be the farthest one. All right. I think you would want to set a refinery making gasoline like very far away. That way you make a little bit less gasoline. So yeah, this spot, it predicts it'll make 44 gasoline instead of this other spot that made 60. So that's good. It helps a little bit, you know, less wasted petroleum for the jet fuel. So yeah, cool. All right, but here's the idea. Either this will be the one I build or actually tweak this and improve it, which I would believe I'd be able to. But, you know, this is a decent idea. Whenever I do the build showcases, I do want to help people out and give them some advice, but I don't make them like the best build in the world, or it's never gonna happen. So actually it's happened where I share some builds and they're very good. But yeah, this is a good idea right here. Should do hopefully 900 jet fuel. This has been accurate enough past couple competitions. Yeah, good idea right there. But yeah, seeing as I made this, I will probably do the build showcase anyways. I'll build this out and make a video for it. Not too much to explain. Minecraft says, how many full passive with crude oil is that? So whatever it tells me here minus 4, 29, so 25. And let me pull this up again. This. Those 25 refineries right there. I got 4 of them that only have 1 passive crude oil. I'm sure somebody could come up with something better, surely. But like right now, this is what I could quickly come up with. And I don't think it's that bad. you could add more refineries, but then you're gonna need way more crude oil, and you know, I'm kind of running out of space with this idea if I'm trusting the prediction here. But you know, it's a good enough idea. Surely it's got to get you top 1200 anyways. Of course, as always, try to do your best, make it even better than what I share. But yeah, that's gonna be it. All right, I think that's all I have. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Also, yeah, if you are supporting me on Patreon and YouTube, I appreciate you so much. And if you don't already have full access to the planner, send me a direct message, and just in case I don't see it, you can ping me on the Discord. That's fine, because I don't know, some of the messages they might not show up for me. It might go to spam. I think that's what happened. Yeah, I'm gonna reply to some messages in a moment. Probably take a nap in a bit. Like I said, I was working on the planner. I would say I'm pretty much done with this little tutorial thing that I'm gonna add. That if somebody wants like a guide on how to use everything, it legit will just have a tutorial that explains everything. Like, yeah, I think it should be pretty good. I'll have some people test it on the next update whenever I push it out, maybe later today or this weekend. And yeah, making progress. This planner is amazing. And yeah, I hope it helps people out. All right. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Happy Halloween, everyone. I am tired now. Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.